It won't be too hot and humid if we sit outside, will it?
It won't rain and then be as humid as humanly possible, will it?
It won't have a severe thunderstorm warning and a flash flood warning here in Champaign County, will it? If we do a podcast outside?
Look, this is August in Champaign. This is Camp Rantoul weather, is what it is. Used
There's
to happen
the
at Camp
first reference.
Rantoul all the time, sunny and hot, and then all of a sudden a deluge, and then back to just muggy and hot, and I miss it so much.
It's now called Camp Football Center, Smith Football Performance Center.
It doesn't
right
have the
here
same
on
ring.
The University of Illinois. Hey, welcome in. It's episode number 61 of Light the Eye, presented by the U of I Credit Union. I'm Scott Beatty.
I'm Robert Rosenthal.
And today is local media days for Illinois football, and we are afforded this opportunity to visit with some of the football players. It's a little bit unique setup, certainly a first time for us. So, first of all, thank you to the U of I football team and particularly the communications staff and Brett Moore and Danny Mattei, who are allowing us to set up here and helping to coordinate some interviews for us. We really appreciate that. We were at Big Ten Media Days in Chicago a few weeks ago at the end of July, and that's a very that's a big event. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance, if you will, to the whole thing that involves players from every team in the Big Ten. This is the local one, and what happens here is there's 2 hours where they open up the locker room to the media, and in half-hour increments they break it up by position group. So we're afforded some opportunities to talk to some of the players. What's interesting is, as we come to you, we don't know who we're talking to yet.
That's right.
I mean, you're going to know because by the time you're reading about it in the description, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast feed, the description will tell you who we're interviewing. But we've made some requests, but we don't know who's actually coming out because, let's say, you want to talk to, a star wide receiver. Well, there's a lot of people that want to talk to him, so everybody's trying to do their best here. So
That's right.
But we're going to talk to some players. There's 3 players we won't talk to.
And we talked to them in Chicago.
That's right. Caton
Yes.
Hauser, quarterback, Juice Clark, cornerback, and Matthew Bailey, safety. We're not talking to them. Not because we don't like them, but because we talked to them at the Big Ten Media Days episode, which was episode
58.
58. So if you want to go
Sad that
back
I
and
know
catch those conversations, you can. But right over our shoulders. Okay, so this is, if you haven't figured this out, this is the practice field.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the big tarps on the fence so that
I can't see.
prying eyes cannot take in what happens out here.
Notice the puddles from what had to be an inch of rain that fell.
I think those have drained away.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, you can still kind
But
of see.
over our shoulder is Memorial Stadium and the State Farm Center. So pretty nice backdrop.
You know, if we're talking about this rainstorm, I should probably use the video I took just as it was raining a little bit ago.
Just so
we're
you
gonna
believe
yes, for the
the
magic.
harrowing
Yes.
adventure.
What we had to get through to set up this table. I will play that video right now. And we're back from the video. That's how hard it was raining. That's
Wow.
how much water was coming out the downspout.
Medals should be given out for
That's
what
right.
we've endured today already.
That's right.
But pretty cool. On September 3rd, over our shoulder here will be football against UAB. So
And I doubt people can hear this through the microphone, but off in the distance, they
Over
are
there.
testing the sound system for a soccer game tonight.
6 p.m. is first touch.
Is that what it is?
It's first touch. Isn't that the soccer?
Yes.
Turn.
You know what? By the time we get this episode up, the soccer game will be over. But,
Probably. But hey, welcome into the athletic season. Today marks the
This is
first contest that counts in Illinois athletics 2026-27 calendar. So
against a ranked Georgia team, right?
Yep.
Aren't they ranked?
yes, they are. So good luck to Katie, or hope you had good luck
Yes.
to Katie Holtz.
Either good job on winning or go get them next time.
Or, hey, you broke even.
That's right. That's a good point. That's a good
There's
point.
3 things that can happen in
Three
soccer.
options, yes.
All right. So before we get into the players, we did just hear a press availability from Brett Bielema, Illinois football head coach. 9 practices have been logged here at camp. A couple of injury notes, probably down the depth chart, but a tight end is out for the season, and wide receiver Alex Perry is...
That's the big one.
He's pretty much out.
Yes.
There's a chance he comes back, but he has to have some surgery. They've added to the wide receiver ranks in Josh Lorick. He's a transfer from Incarnate Word. They got to get that all cleared yet, right? He's here. I'm
sure the clearing of that is part of what every school is waiting on for clarification from the judge of, did her ruling mean that fifth-year guys from the class of 2022 could play anywhere or just play at the school they were from? So all that's still up in the air at every school. Everyone trying to bring in those fifth-year guys. So we'll learn more in the coming weeks. And
they've shifted an offensive lineman over to the tight end room for some depth there in the blocking side of things. Often see that with the smallest freshman offensive lineman often goes to the tight end room that first year just to learn some blocking from there and see if they could use them in certain blocking schemes from that. Yep. And they've had their first scrimmage of the year. Don't know who won or lost. It was Illinois. I bet we won. Illinois on Illinois. We didn't lose. Kind of an everyday win. We only win. This is Robert's this is the month of Robert. August here in camp. So. This is perfection. All right, so we're going to get it going. But we don't have our eye with us, but we have it right here on the tablecloth. And it kind of looks like it's lit up a little bit, right? That's right, yeah. The stippling on there, Scott? I don't know what you're talking about. The stippling on the graphic, yes. All right, we're going to get it. We're going to bring some players to you. That's right ahead here on Light the Eye. Join us. Here on Light the Eye is Jayshon Platt. He is a fifth-year transfer wide receiver, most recently at Florida Atlantic University, and expected to be a key member of the wide receiver rotation. And he joins us now on Light the Eye. Jayshon, thanks for joining us, and welcome. Season's almost here. How you feeling? I'm feeling great. This has been your second school, right? Yes, sir. 4 years at FAU. Yes, sir. This is the world of transfer portals, right? Players can move every year. Was it in your mind, one day I'm going to be in a different place after 4 seasons at FAU with the Owls? No, I just took it year by year, trying to have my best year every year. And when the opportunity came, I just took advantage of it. Well, I'm sure there was a few possibilities for you, given the production you had and your ability as a returner as well. So, what drew you to Illinois, and who was your main person you were reaching out to? Was reaching out to you? Was it Justin Stepp? Coach Stepp during the transfer portal process, and what brought me to Illinois just the coacher, Coach B. Absolutely. What's your? I guess I don't want to trash FAU here or anything else like that. But obviously we're in a facility right here that was built in 2019, an $80 million facility and this and that. What's the biggest difference you've seen coming up a step to Big Ten football from where you were playing before? I would say it's not too much of a difference because I think football is football. But that's where I spent 4 years of my time, so that's where I developed a lot. I would just say competition a little better, but that's what I wanted. So yeah, is the schedule about the same? Like, get to the facility early, you've got lift, you've got food, you've got everything else. Is it about the same, or are there any differences that you've seen so far? I say everything's about the same. I've been doing this it's going to be my 5th year, so I'm kind of used to it all by now. Yeah. Now, you haven't prepared yourself for an Illinois winter yet, so if you talk to any teammates about what that's going to be like? I talked to them about that, and also I got here in January, so it snowed a little bit, so I did get used to it, and during the spring it was pretty cold. I'm guessing you see some videos of the snow game from November. Yeah, what do your teammates tell you about that? I think it was the Northwestern game. Yep. It was pretty bad. I watched film on that, and I seen it, so. Yeah. They got to play King of the Hill in the end zone on the big pile of snow afterwards. Yeah, so I seen. Maybe you'll get to do that this season. Right. Well, it's August, and we just had a deluge of rain today. It's hot and humid, and I'm assuming a guy from Northport, Florida is like, this is no thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Like if you're having practice out here today, are you like, yeah, this is fine?
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it 'cause that's what I the weather I grew up playing in. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Florida thing, right? You know, it's sunny in the morning, then it rains for an hour in the afternoon, and then it's sunny again for the rest of the time.
yeah, very bipolar.
That's right. That's bipolar. I like that. Bipolar weather.
Yeah.
You're a receiver, but you're also a returner, kick
sir.
returner. At least you have been at FAU. I assume that's an option for you here at Illinois. What's the key, especially kickoff returning, the mentality you have? I don't know if you returned punts too?
No, sir. I haven't returned punts in college yet, but kick return I have.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Yeah.
what's the mentality of, like, I know a punt returner, it's like catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you get yards, great, but just catch the ball. What about as a kick returner?
A kick return, I'm just trying to make a play and put the offense in the best position to go score.
But you have to make the decision with the kickoff rules. Is this worth it to go?
Mm-hmm.
And if I end up short of the 25, that's kind of a negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to just a fair catch and take it there. So you got to make that choice in a split second. So, what's the drill in your mind?
Well, it's all up to Coach B in the game plan. So if he is going to let me return it, then I'll return it. If he wants me to fair catch, I'll fair catch.
Got it. So it's not a read and react in the moment kind of thing, like, oh, this is how the ball was kicked, so, or is it? If the ball's kicked this way, then I may return it, but if it's kicked this way, the direction or the style of kick, just let it go,
Yeah, it's up to the coaches, whatever's in the game plan. So.
Yeah. When you think of yourself, do you think of yourself as a specialist, a returner first, or a receiver first, or just a combo guy?
Really just a football player all in all. I could do whatever the coach asked me to do.
What positions did you play growing up? Were you, the best athlete on the youth team is usually playing every position.
Yeah.
So did you get to play some defense?
Yeah, I played corner, running back, quarterback, receiver, so I did it all.
You miss any of those? You want to go hit somebody sometime?
I'm fine where I'm at on offense as a receiver. Yeah.
You'd rather be hit than hit somebody?
Yeah, definitely.
What's your tell Illini fans what they can expect from you? What's your what are you bringing to the team?
You can just expect a playmaker. I'm gonna give it my all when I'm out there for my team.
Okay. And how's your relationship so far with Caden Hauser? And that's a big thing, is building that chemistry with the quarterback.
Right. Our relationship is great. Got him. Was on the official visit with him and been here with him since January, just building chemistry. So yeah, it's been great.
Did they sell you that on the official visit? Of like, hey, you could throw to him and get a lot of yards.
I mean, now I watched my film and I played against him last
really?
year. Yeah, when he was at ECU.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that was really how I knew him.
Did you go out, hang out with him in California?
Yeah, we did.
He organized that, some teammates, and had sort of your own kind of training camp out there?
Yeah, we just went out there and spent time with each other, trained together, built a bond.
How much does that help you in building that football chemistry, the timing, the routes, this is what the ball looks like for him? How much of an advantage does that give you?
A big advantage because, in football, especially at this level, all the little details matter, timing and all that. So it was big.
Well, I know a lot of people are going to talk to you today, and there's only a short window. So thanks for spending some time with us.
Yes, sir.
And good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Jayshon Platt with us here on Light the Eye. Our next guest here on Light the Eye, local media days for Illinois football, Ca'Lil Valentine, junior running back for Illinois. Expected to be the featured back out of Hayward, California. Phil Steele's preseason all Big Ten third team member. How you doing, Ca'Lil? Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys for having me.
We were just talking about lighting the eye that happens after wins out in the tailgate lot, and you're familiar with this concept out in Utah?
Yeah, I heard my old teammate goes there, so he told me about it.
They've got mountains, so they got a big old rock view up on the hillside.
I'm sure you have, after home games, a number of your own obligations when the game is over, but on behalf of Robert, he'd be happy to have you out there to light the eye.
To light the eye on top of the fire truck.
I wouldn't mind. I would not mind.
All right.
I know my parents go over there after the game.
We've seen your parents come by our tailgate before. Yes,
so.
yes, all of them in 5 jerseys. Yes.
Yeah.
From the moment the clock's hit 0 in Nashville, the Music City Bowl, to today, how would you compare yourself as a running back now? I know there's not been a snap yet of actual competition, but where have you felt the most growth?
Just being a better person off the field, I think. Building my routine has been a big priority for me, so I think that's probably been the biggest growth for me. Just being able to recover, be better about my body, because I know running back is a tough position to play, and it's a tough on your body. So being able to prioritize taking care of my body.
What's maybe the biggest thing that freshmen coming in don't understand about that compared to what upperclassmen like yourself need to know?
I think they don't understand it at all, because I was that freshman that didn't understand it at all. I wasn't really coming into the facility as much as I do now. I wanted to go home as much as possible, so I think they really don't understand it. But I try to talk to the freshmen a lot to just tell them prioritize your body now so you won't regret it later.
Especially at a position like running back, as you said. You know, how do you? I'm sure there's a plan with you and the coaching staff, but you know, is there is there a temptation for you to want to push more here in camp and they say hold back, or is it the other way around? Or do you feel like, I don't know if I should go, and they're like, no, you need to go now so that the legs are ready in games?
I think just doing my job, doing what I'm asked, honestly. So I think if they ask me to go out there on that field, I'm going to go out there on that field and give it my all and be the best me on that field every time. I
want to know about a kid who grows up in California, plays high school ball in Arizona. What was the snow game like for you? I mean, let's maybe take me to like 3:30 in the afternoon when you peek out there and like, we're going to play a football game in this. Like, what was that like for you?
Man, it was crazy. When I woke up that morning, I looked outside and I saw it was nothing but snow. I was like, oh, well, I got to get ready to play this in this game.
Yeah.
I know snow games, they run the ball a lot. So I called my brother. It was probably the first person I called and just showed him outside. He was like, yeah, bro, you better get ready. Have a LaShawn McCoy game. And
there you go.
That was my goal.
Yeah.
So I think just being mentally prepared was the biggest part. I wouldn't say, I feel like when it snows out here, it's not as cold than when it's not snowing and it's just straight wind. So I think it wasn't as bad, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I've said that to people about being in the stands that game. It's like, it was right at 32 degrees at game time. It wasn't one of those like 11 degrees and windy and cold. It was okay.
I think Northwestern has probably been the coldest game I played in when we played on the baseball field.
Yeah, that was
the coldest.
Crazy cold.
Yeah.
What like as far as cutting in the game, like did you try on different spikes? How did they handle that as far as like, hey, it's going to be on there, like you're going to need to have this ready. You know, what prep did you do for as far as footwork and you know, traction?
Yeah, I didn't change my cleats. I just think cutting on my insides of my feet, not trying to cut on my heel. Obviously, I don't try to do that at all, but just prioritizing, knowing how it's going to be slick out there, so just cutting on my inside of my feet.
Got it.
A lot of fans know, maybe not everybody, Tyrone Wheatley is your running backs coach. That's a name people remember from his days as a standout at the University of Michigan.
Yeah, don't say that.
Can't say that too loud.
But that's a new voice for you this year as a position coach. What has he brought to you?
I think he's brought just a different perspective about the game. He speaks differently. He talks differently. I think he uses his experience from the game a lot, and I really enjoy that because I'm able to hear how he went through it and what he did to be that back, be the guy. And I think learning from him and taking it to the field, I think I learned a lot.
We were just talking with Jayshon Platt. You know, receivers got to figure out their quarterback, get that chemistry going. Where's the most I got to figure out the chemistry? Is it with the offensive line, which is for the most part brand new? I didn't say they're not new players, but new here to Illinois.
I think it's everywhere on that field, honestly. Making sure I have chemistry with the receivers, O-line, quarterback, everywhere on that field, even the defense sometimes, because obviously they're the ones we're practicing against, and they're the ones that's getting me better. So I think having that chemistry with everybody and making sure everybody knows who I am and who I am off the field is going to make it better on the field.
That's the second time you've referenced off the field. That seems to be especially important for you.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think the better you are off the field is going to make it better on the field, especially mentally. When you're going on the field and you haven't prepared off the field, I feel like you're going to go in there, stretch yourself out, or just do things you haven't done or haven't even practiced. So I think being better off the field is really going to make you better on the field.
We're excited to see what's on the field, but it's great that you've had these experiences off the field.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Ca'Lil Valentine, thank you so much for joining
Thank you,
us on
guys.
Like the Eye.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Up next on Light the Eye, we go to the tight end room. Number 86, Christian Abney, senior tight end for the University of Illinois, is right here with us on Local Media Days on Light the Eye. Christian, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Feel free to bring that microphone up to you as close as you can there to your mouth so we hear you good and loud.
Okay.
But thanks so much for being here. How's camp?
Camp's going well. Camp's going very well. Just wrapped up almost, it seems like, about the first half, and there's been a lot of great learning moments, a lot of great work that's been done, a lot of meshing with just the team in general, and it's just been definitely a great opportunity so far.
The tight end room has had some additions and some carryover. You've been touted as, the number one or one of the key guys in the rotation, but of course Caden Fagan notably has moved from the running back room into your end. What's that addition been like there?
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, Caden's just an awesome guy who goes to work every day. Such a humble guy, just a hard worker, someone who wants to go out and improve every day. He wants to, just work on the things he needs to and keep continuing to do well in the things that he is. And to work with somebody like that is just a great experience, and it makes everybody better. So I'm really excited for him.
What's it like getting your coach back? I mean, that doesn't happen very often, where you move schools and then your former coach moves schools and follows you.
Astute fans know, but you're a transfer from Ball State.
Correct.
Your head coach was Mike New, right? And now he's on the offensive staff here. So,
But also Jared Elliott.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I
Yes.
see. Yeah.
Yes.
Jared Elliott is your position coach, but yes.
Yes.
So you worked for both of them, right? Worked under both of them, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. So it's been an awesome
I'm
experience.
missing the obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a situation that I could have never drew up. It's such a blessing, such an answered prayer to be with the people now who really helped me get my footing at the start of college football and coming out of high school, and that are just such great people and who I know have everybody's best interest. To be around people like that still and have the full circle moment of, reuniting with those guys and a lot of unexpected reunions like that, it's just such an awesome experience. And both of them, and especially the one who I'm always with more consistently, Coach Elliott, in the tight end room, I know he's someone that'll, push me more than anyone I've been around.
Yeah.
He'll try to bring the best out of me. Even in good plays, we'll find things to improve on, and obviously in the bad, we'll find ways to turn it around and improve. So being around and getting to work with someone like him and his caliber, it's a huge blessing, and I know it's the best thing for me.
When you knew the job was open, did you have that in the back of your head of like, hey, maybe I could get a coach back here?
I mean, it was.
Did you think about it?
I didn't give it too much thought because it was all happening so fast.
Sure.
But
yeah.
I couldn't have been happier with the result. I
Yeah.
couldn't have been happier with him filling that position, and it was a really exciting full circle moment.
That's great.
You grew up in Zionsville, which has a lovely, isn't there a brick paved little area there?
Yes,
in
Brick Street.
Zionsville?
Yes.
Yeah, Brick Street is a nice little area I recommend.
Absolutely.
My wife and I have had a getaway before over there. That's only 2 hours away from here, straight that way. And then you go to school just a little bit further to the east on the other side of Indianapolis in Muncie in Ball State. And now you're here just a couple hours west of Zionsville, getting to play Big Ten ball. So have you loved being close to home and, in this kind of the region right here?
Absolutely. I mean, being familiar to the Midwest made the transition and transferring here a little easier. And, it's where I wanted to be. It's where I've been my whole life, where I've grown up. So it's been really nice being here. And obviously, as a kid, you grow up watching the Big Ten, no matter what team that may be. So this has just been a huge experience for me, and I've loved getting to come here and really getting to fulfill that dream.
Now, given what transpired last year for the state of Indiana in college football, there's some people chirping in your ears at all, like, hey, look what the Hoosiers did, you being an Indiana guy.
I mean, the people back home were certainly excited. The people I know that go there, alumni from back home, they were all really excited about that season, for sure.
That's probably an understatement.
Sure.
But
yeah.
Probably enough said. Probably enough said for Light the Eye.
I've been asking everybody this question, but take me back to the snow game against Northwestern. I mean, you're an Indiana kid, so you've played football in the snow before, but I just asked this of a Florida kid and an Arizona, California kid. So what was the snow game like for you?
It was a crazy experience because, there's not a lot that can necessarily prepare you for those conditions.
Yep.
And we did a great job. The coaching staff did an awesome job preparing us for it as much as they could. But stepping out there and close to a foot of snow was crazy. And Coach B always talks about fundamentals, keeping your feet in the ground, and that was more important than ever that game. So it was really fun to get out there and play in that snow, kind of what you think about as a kid, those snow games, watching the highlights of those back in the day. So it was a really cool experience, and obviously getting the outcome that we did was really exciting as well.
And then you got to climb on the big pile. Did you get up on the pile of snow?
I did get up in the pile of snow. I think I hit a couple snow angels too.
Hit a couple snow angels. Did you have the hat on?
I had the hat on too, so I had the full experience.
That's
Still
the
trifecta
that day is wear the hat, get on the snow pile, and do a snow angel. So you hit all three.
Absolutely.
Good for you.
What was camp like when you were at Ball State? Because there was a day when Illinois football held its training camp before the season started off-site up in Rantoul.
Okay.
On the on the old Air Force base.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did you ever have an experience like that, or has it always been like? I think the thing now in college is just train where your facilities are, right?
Yes. That's how it's always been for me. I've always been back at Ball State. We were always on campus. Here, obviously, we're on campus. So I've always had that experience. I have heard of things like that where people go off campus, do it at different locations. But for me, it's always been kind of an on-site deal.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if I could pitch it to you, because I'm looking at this pristine field right here behind you. It almost looks like I want to be tackled. It looks so soft,
awesome.
that grass. And then obviously what you have right here in these facilities indoor in your locker room. And I said, what if instead of this, I just gave you some yellow school buses and you had to, like remember the Titans, like we're all going off to camp here and you got to buddy up with somebody you don't know.
It was the best.
Yeah.
I want to go right
for
now.
Fans,
you say the whole remember the Titans thing. That's now all I'm going to think about the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It was so great.
But would you take that, or you want to keep the plush accommodations?
I would never turn all this down. Everything we got here, all the amenities, I'll never say no to that.
$80 million facility right in front of us.
Absolutely. We got it all, and we're super thankful for it. But, hey, football is football, so no matter where we're playing it, we'll strap it up and go. But.
All right, Christian Abney, number 86, tight end. Watch for him, and September 3rd will be here soon enough. Good luck, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate
very
it.
Much.
Thanks for joining us here on Light the Eye. More to come. Next on Light the Eye, the man in the middle of the offensive line. It is transfer center Jake Renfro out of Mokina, Illinois, and he's in his 7th season of college football. He's on the Remington watch list, too, for the best center in the nation, and he's also on Light the Eye. Jake, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Robert here graduated Illinois in the 90s, and I graduated in the early 2000s, and this is the first time we've had a student athlete who's from our generation.
That's right. That's right.
How much grief do you get in the locker room for being in your 7th year of college football?
You guys wouldn't believe it. I mean, it's every time I talk to someone, I'm getting called Unc or Grandpa or something like that, and but you got to make fun. It's fun. It's funny, and but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of grief.
Yeah, and I was looking at your bio. I'm like, do you ever put I imagine that you've had to go through an actual amount of grief, because in order to get to your 7th season means you had to endure some injuries. So does it feel like, hey, I've been through enough already, I don't need your grief?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been through a lot, been through some injuries, and but it's been a little different because I've been at, this is my 3rd school now, so it definitely feels not as long as I thought it would. And also, I mean, time flies, but the injuries definitely are a little crazy, and I mean, that's why I'm here in the 7th year. So
you get one more year.
Yep.
how'd you get to Illinois?
Yeah, so I put my name in the transfer portal last year. Things didn't work out, and I put my name in the portal, and Coach B reached out to me, and it was an absolute no-brainer to come here. I mean, I've had a relationship with these Coach B and Coach Miller for a few years now because they tried to get me out of the portal the first time, and when they reached out the second time, it was automatic yes. I came down for a visit and was like, yep, this is it.
So the first time being when you transferred from Cincinnati to Wisconsin, right?
Yes.
And you got to go to the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Is that how was that? I mean, I know it's a different school and years ago, but I mean, what an experience.
Yeah, it was really special. I mean, that was my sophomore year of college. Being able to play in that game and have that experience of, knowing what it takes and how to play in those games is really special. But yeah, that whole year was really special to be able to play, in those big games like that.
Okay, so I've seen the picture. It's going around social media of you in an Illinois jersey when you're like 10 years old, 8 years old, something like that. So as the fan here, I need to know everything about it. When did you first go to a game? Tell me, why you're wearing that Illini football jersey when you were a kid.
Yeah. I grew up an Illini fan. My dad played here back in the early 80s, and he had season tickets from the day he stopped playing until, I don't know, maybe when I was 12 or something.
Okay.
So I want to say my first Illinois football game I was probably 2 years old.
Awesome.
And, I had Illinois everything head to toe. That was my wardrobe that I wore every single day. I definitely was born and raised an Illini fan, and I'm proud to be wearing the colors again.
That's great. I mean, what a way to go out in your final season wearing the orange and blue, right?
I know, it's really special.
Well, and your dad was part of the 1983 championship team, the only, and it will be the only team that will ever will have beaten every other team in the conference because there was actually 10 teams back then.
It was the Big Ten.
Yeah, and you played 9 of them. And I'm sure your dad, Rick, never mentions this, right?
No. Actually, last weekend he came down and watched one of the practices, and we talked about it for a couple hours, and it was the first time I really heard him kind of speak on it in a very long time. So it was really cool to kind of run down memory lane with him.
So you're in your first year in college or second year when a coaching change happens here, and you said that, they reached out. But when you're in high school and when you're still a freshman over at Cincinnati, you said you grew up an Illinois kid. Is at that time, are you shedding it? Are you just kind of like whatever? Or are you kind of like side-eyeing like that's still kind of my school in a way, and I'm keeping an eye on it?
I'm a big believer of being where my feet are at.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time when I was at a different school and early in my career, I was to be honest with you, I didn't think much about it. I was where my feet were at. I was a Cincinnati fan through and through once I got to college, and then obviously moved on from there.
Fair.
So I want to know, I've been asking everybody questions about last year. I'm sure you saw highlights of the final game here was a snow game. There were 9 to 11 inches in Champaign, and it was coming down all the way up until halftime and everything else. Have you ever had the pleasure of a snow game in college, or have you not had that yet?
Not in college. I played in a couple snow games in high school.
Sure.
But in college, I played in some really cold games, some really wet games, but no true snow game. And
so you're hoping Iowa's on the schedule for November 21st. Mm-hmm. So maybe you could get a snow game here in Champaign. You would love that.
I would love that. I mean, the colder the better.
Yeah, I mean they got to play King of the Hill. They got to do everything else after the game. But offensive linemen are always going to give that answer, right?
Oh, absolutely. If we don't,
you're in the wrong position.
Yeah, you're in the wrong position.
Are you a warm up with the shirt on or off guy in the cold weather?
On, for sure. I mean, nobody wants to see what's under there, so.
All right, before we let you go here on Light the Eye, 2 questions. One, important. Connecting with Caton Hauser and the rest of your offensive line brethren, how has that been? And is it easier for you in a sense because you've been through a few transitions and you've played some football?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, you have to make those connections. Being the center, you have to be close with your quarterback. You have to be friends with them. And then also your offensive line. We have to gel together. We have to be on the same page in everything we do. And yes, to answer your question, bouncing around a little bit, and this is my third school, it definitely made it a little bit easier because I knew what to expect and kind of how to do it. But also it was really easy. I mean, we got such a great group of guys who really preach that family. So they made it easy for me coming in. They kind of took me under their wing and showed me how to do it.
Coach Bielema today in his press conference said that you have a way of, I wrote it down, you make things calm, that you can get on guys, but that you also help keep things calm. Is that an experienced Jake Renfro that's able to do that, or does that come from something else there in the DNA?
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, when the game goes on, everything's high intensity, high energy. But playing up front, you have to have that little calming, like, all right, we have to move on to the next play. Flush whatever's behind us, move on to the next play. And it's a hard thing to do. But having so much experience and having done it in the past, it makes it a little bit easier. But, yeah, as I said, like, you have to flush things from the past and move on. And, you know, things are going to happen, penalties, injuries, turnovers, or whatever it may be. You have to flush it, move on, and someone needs to be that calming voice of, you know, hey, we got to settle this thing down and get back on track.
Last question. Since you are sporting a good beard game here, can you evaluate my podcast partners, whatever this is over here?
It's almost Santa at this point.
And you know, it is a little bit, but it looks good.
Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
It fits you well.
All right, thank you. I have had facial hair on my face. Wait, this is an important stat. Since Labor Day weekend of 1996, we are approaching 30 years of facial hair without my chin has not seen the air in 30 years in a few weeks.
There you go, Jake.
Impressive.
I mean, yes,
That's
exactly.
impressive.
I know you're sitting here like, give me a stat, give me something to take away from this interview. That's it right there.
Something
30 full years.
Something to shoot for in life, Jake.
That's right.
All
That's right.
Absolutely.
Also, a great season. Congratulations, and thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for doing that.
Jake Renfro on Light the Eye. Our parade of Illinois football players continues here to the table at Light the Eye outside the Smith Football Performance Center. I'm Scott Beatty with Robert Rosenthal, and next up, somebody new to the roster for Illinois, senior linebacker Robert Edmondson, native of Houston, Texas, transferred most recently from Colorado State. Robert, welcome.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here. Yes, sir.
And Robert, meet Robert. Robert.
Oh, we're going to talk Robert stuff. We'll get to
right.
that in a second.
You don't want to go right into that.
Oh, we can go right into it.
No, well, I mean,
you just gave me the green light. We're going right into it.
This poor soul doesn't know what he's in for.
It's
so
okay. He'll get used to it.
I'll ask you a nicer question. I'll ask you an easier question. Welcome to Illinois. How has this transition been? You're on your third program. Started at Prairie View A&M.
Yes, sir.
And now, and then Colorado State, and now here to. Sorry, we don't have as many mountains here in Champaign. How's the transition been, though?
No, the transition's been great. Just everybody that's been in the building, from the coaching staff to even the trainers, just coming in and just being very helpful with the transition. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And how did you come to Illinois? Who reached out to you when you got in that portal? And you know, what kind of sealed the deal for you?
First person was Coach McDaniel. He reached out to me on the day the portal opened. You know, we've had a guy here before, Alec Bryant, that went to my high school. So him being here, you know, talked to him and then talked to one of my coaches from high school, and then just learning more about the program itself just made me be like, this is where I want to be for the next 2 years of my life.
Can I ask my Robert question?
All right, go ahead. Ask your Robert question.
All right. So I am a Robert who, as a kid, my family called me Bobby. So I've gone between Bobby, Bob, and Robert my life. Have you gone the Bob route, the Bobby route, Rob, Robbie, or just always Robert?
Well, okay. So I've been Rob.
Yep.
I've been Bobby before.
Okay.
And I've been Bob, and I've been Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
This is
that's a new one.
Good stuff.
That's a new.
This is good stuff.
Yes.
Yes. What brought about the Billy Bob? I mean, usually there's like a grandma who will use Bobby and like this and that, or somebody else, or little nicknames. What brought about the Billy Bob?
It happened in middle school.
Okay.
Billy Bob happened in middle school. I don't know how it came about.
Was it Remember the Titans? No, wait. No, that was Varsity Blues had a Billy Bob. Was it related to Varsity Blues since you played high school football in Texas? Could be.
You know what?
The wheels are turning.
Now that I think about it, I think one of my coaches in middle school did say that because of the movie.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, I've sourced out the Billy Bob. I love it. But How long have you just gone Robert, stuck with the what's on the birth certificate?
Well, I've always been Robert Jr. because my dad is Robert Edmondson Sr., so
Sure.
I've always gone by Robert Jr. or Little Robert.
Little Robert.
And your dad, you started at Prairie View A&M. Did your father play there too?
No, he actually went to Texas Southern, our rivals.
Oh.
Him and my mom met there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And he was okay with you going to the rival school?
He was okay, yeah. He just wanted me to play college football.
Yeah, I mean, Robert here, his sons are older, but has grandkids. And if one day, and I don't know, they wanted to go play at Iowa, I don't know what would happen.
Wouldn't happen. We're indoctrinating him already from birth. Zero chance that will ever happen. Yes. What took you to Colorado State? What was the, this is kind of the new thing with the portal is like, you show at a certain level, you can go up. You show out at that level, you can keep going up, that type of thing. What took you to there?
Well, I felt like at that point in my life, I was just ready to play at the FBS level. I just felt like I've proved myself enough to where, like, if somebody gives me the chance to go play at this level, I'm going to go show them why they chose me.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to ask you a Colorado State question because my son went there.
Okay.
We called him once and said, hey, how's things going? He's like, oh, it's great. This weekend is the zombie hunt or something like this, where people were like half the campus was hunting zombies and you had this certain thing. And, like, did you ever hunt any zombies while at Colorado State?
Hunt any zombies?
I have no idea. He was explaining this whole long thing that people had certain cards, and if you could find who the zombies were, then this and that. I have no idea.
Well, I didn't hear about the zombies part. I wish I would have known
Now
about
you're
that.
going to transfer back.
I wish I would have known about that. Though. I would definitely want to be a zombie.
Yes.
Perhaps Robert here was either practicing in the training room or at the library.
See, here's the thing. Maybe it's some secret thing for Colorado State, and he's just playing it coy right now.
Yeah.
And my son's going to get in trouble for talking about the big rule about zombie hunt is don't talk about zombie hunt. So I have just shared with the world that if you go to all Colorado State kids, you can hunt zombies.
What did you know about Bobby Houck, your defensive coordinator, when you transferred? And I guess the system was that all part of the conversation that, hey, this is what's going to be happening with the defense, or was it more just come play, we like you as a linebacker, and the rest will work itself out?
Well, I actually found out that Coach Houck was coming once I got here. I didn't know he was actually coming here. But, the defense, I've been in similar defenses in high school, so it's not that big of a transition for me.
Yeah, I mean, you got guys that were here that have been in a different system for a while, and Coach B said that the structure is fairly similar, but how it plays out, how it looks is different. And obviously not trying to get you to divulge anything. I'm just more curious about, is it like drinking from a fire hose when you get a new, or I kind of get it because of high school, because the guys that were in a different system have to learn the new system, but anybody that transfers in is going to have to learn a new system anyway.
Yeah, I just think years of playing football, I've just developed the game a lot easier, just knowing like this meaning that, and just seeing seeing just different stuff on the field. It's just with the years of the game, just been very easy to learn from.
I have a question about tackling. Pro Football Focus is a website.
Oh, an actual football question.
That's right. They track tackling stats, and I don't know if you know this. Like nationally, you were top 5 nationally in their rating for tackling. Like they rate each play by each player of like, does this person wrap up? This and that. So, tell me about you as a tackler. Tell me about what you've learned over the years. Why tackling is your thing.
Well, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Why don't we just have you just go stand out there and he could just show you?
That's a great idea.
I definitely didn't know about that one, but I'll just say one of my trainers in Houston, Donnie Baggs, he's definitely like teach me like the near foots, the closing the hip, just not missing tackles, and just getting them down. Really. Yeah. Get them down, yes sir.
Yeah, that's right. There's a there's a skill to it, right? Like on tackling, some guys have it, some guys don't. I grew up in St. Louis. The Mike Jones tackle in the 1999 Super Bowl is everything. He tackles Kevin Dyson at the 1-yard line when he really shouldn't have been able to keep a hand on him, and it ends the Super Bowl. So, what are those little things you've learned over the years of how to rep somebody up?
Just putting pads on somebody, not like bringing the contact to them, not letting them bring the contact to you. Because once you bring the contact to them and they feel you, they're gonna feel you for the rest of the game.
Got it.
A coach a long time ago said this player, he was talking about a player, said he really likes to hit. and it was the first time I learned that I guess certain players want to initiate that contact. They like it because it's not necessarily comfortable to be the hitter. Obviously, it's not comfortable to be hit, right?
Right.
But even initiating that contact takes some, it's not a natural thing to just.
Oh
go
yeah,
do,
no,
right?
it's definitely not natural.
Yeah,
Because
so
I definitely say in middle school, I was scared to tackle. I was a little afraid of the contact. That's why I played offense. I wanted to bring the contact that way, but not getting hit by people. But I had to switch that.
Yeah.
I had to switch
what
it.
turns that?
Just stop caring. Just want to just run through somebody. The mentality has to change from it. Like your mentality just has to be like, I'm gonna just hit you and just pay for it later.
Now, we've talked to people before, like once that switch is flipped, then practice is frustrating because you can't really hit.
That's
Do
why
you find that? Is practice difficult because you're wanting to go
Oh, you
give
definitely
me
want
full speed?
You definitely want to hit. Coach B's praise keep everybody up.
Yep,
if you stay up, that's how you play better.
yep.
Just but working the fundamentals like tagging off on the hips, near footing, that always helps in the game too. So like if you're in practice, you're gonna make that tackle. In games, it's gonna come easy to you.
Good. Well, we'll watch for it in the UAB game. If you get the green light to get that first clean hit for the first time in a while.
Yes, sir.
Who have you bonded with here?
Who have I bonded with, man? Definitely, really everybody. But I like to look up to a couple guys that's been here, like Matt Bailey, Ish Conte, James Cruz, people that's been in the program that I can look up to, and like they know the standard. They know they have to be tough, smart, and dependable. So just being able to look up to those guys is been amazing.
Well, if you haven't learned yet, Matt Bailey likes to hit people as well.
Oh yeah.
He probably wears the crown as the guy who gets the most frustrated by not being able to go 100% and let it loose. So maybe you can try to take that crown from him this season or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Robert, it's great to have another Robert on the podcast.
Okay, it was great being here. Thank you for having me.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks
That's
for having
Robert
us.
Edmondson, new linebacker. He's going to be hitting some people. Look for him. And we've got more on Light the Eye. Light the Eye, and we are so pleased to be able to talk to a number of Illini football players. Staying on the defensive side, it's linebacker Daniel Brown, 5th season in college football, 3rd with Illinois, transferred from Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. The pride of Kansas City, Kansas. Daniel Brown, thanks for joining us here on Light the Eye.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm glad to be Rob and
Scott.
Yeah, Rob
Well,
and
now
Scott.
we just had a whole discussion, but there's no Rob for you, right?
I mean, so here's the thing about being named Robert. You will get Rob, Robbie, Bob, Bobby, and Robert. So you have 5 options. A lot of people go down the Rob and Robbie thing. So this and that. I was Bobby to my parents, and then I was Rob, and then I was Bob in high school, and now I graduated eventually in my life to Robert because it's more formal. It makes me seem very mature.
So Daniel is the roster name. Is anybody call you Daniel?
I mean, it's a handful of people on the team call me Daniel, but it's a lot of people. Like most people call me DB. Like a lot of the coaches call me DB. A lot of the players call me DB. You got a nickname?
Me for Scott?
Yeah, you got a nickname?
It's hard to get. Like, I have a theory.
Yeah.
If you have a short, like 1-syllable name, nicknames, they're going to add something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
People, I don't like Scotty.
Yeah.
You
But
never
people-
went with Scotty?
No.
Little
But,
like
Scooter,
6-year-old Scooter.
Scooter or whatever. That's kind of a common Scott, you know.
Mhm.
But if you're a longer name, like 2 syllables, like Daniel, then obviously some people call you Dan.
Yeah.
Or Danny.
Yep.
And often you got to add an E
Yep.
to make it a nickname. But
Yeah, I've got called that plenty of times. Then like it's the thing like when I meet new people, they'll give me a nickname Danny, and then like when they hear other people call me my actual nickname like DB, that's when they'll start calling start calling me DB, and then they'll put a Danny there sometimes too. So yeah.
What about mom? Like, what
Mom.
about family? Is it always?
My mom, she just called me by Daniel, but she'll say my full name because I always like when she call my name, she'll give me like I'll be.
She
in
put the
trouble.
middle in there when
Yeah.
you're in trouble?
Yeah, when I'm in trouble on
Uh-huh.
some stuff. So yeah, that's how that be. Yep.
That's great.
all right, so you're from Kansas City,
Yes, sir.
which is a great town, by the way. I got a question. How much did you know of or at all Keaton Wagler?
I didn't know him really like that actually until he got here. To be
Yeah.
honest, I mean I know of the school that he went to in high school. It's a lot of my friends that had came from that high school. throughout high school. So I'm familiar with the high school for sure. It just I didn't know nothing about him until he got here. Actually,
I saw he got Kansas City Sports Person of the Year or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Robert?
I didn't see that.
But like he got an award for like being one of the best athletes who came out of the Kansas City area last year for what he did. So
that's
new goal for you.
Mm-hmm.
hey, if I get it, I get it. I mean, yeah.
I've been to Kansas City twice, but once in the summer, and there's a couple things I remember. The barbecue, and then there is the Negro Leagues Museum is there, which I'm a baseball guy. I loved it.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know until I got there is it's attached to a jazz museum.
Yeah.
So it is a fantastic place. And you can go through the history of the Negro Leagues and then like walk through the door and you've got this jazz museum. And it's just, Kansas City's great.
I ain't even gonna lie, the museum, I can't speak for the museum because I haven't been there, but the barbecue though.
Okay, give us the spot. I mean, are you an Arthur Bryant guy? Where's the barbecue spot for you in Kansas City?
So, I mean, you got the Gates. Gates probably number one for me, for sure. Gates barbecue. It's one that was near my house and stuff. It got burnt down like a while ago, but it's still Gates throughout Kansas City too. So, Gates, and I say Jack Stats barbecue. That's really up there with me too.
Okay, I want to take you all the way back to 2024, and Scott, you may not be aware of this. Did you know who won the Citrus Bowl for the Illini?
I was actually there. I was aware. I'm aware that the Illini.
Do you know who forced the bad throw on 4th down for South Carolina from the 7?
Well, I was going to say Daniel Brown, but now I'm just going to go with DB.
It is DB, yes. Okay, so you have this frustrating year where you're injured until what, the second to the Northwestern game, wasn't it? You got 2 games, was it, or 3 maybe?
Yeah, it was. I'll say Northwestern. I was going to play Rutgers, but I don't think they were comfortable putting me out there still. But
yeah,
I say Northwestern that week.
Yep.
Going into that week, I showcased what they know that like what they recruited me to do a lot.
Sure.
So I showcased that. They felt confident in me putting me out there on 3rd down and stuff.
So now let's go to that 4th down play. So just to remind people, South Carolina drives to the 7. They are going to go for it on, I believe it was 4th and goal. Or no, they could get a first down at the 2 or something like that. But South Carolina goes for it, and the bad throw is forced by somebody who burst through the line and got to the quarterback. So tell me about that play, what you remember.
I just remember like one thing about me, I like doing a lot of movement. So like it was like one of the plays that one of the past D coordinator had called, and I was real excited. Yeah. Even though I was a little tired, but I was still excited about the play because I know what I'm capable of doing and stuff. So, but my teammates, they actually put myself too in a good position of just buying their man too, like their man that they're supposed to be working on. They did their job, so like it just made my job real easy getting the one-on-one on the guard. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this past year, Robert, I don't know if you know who won the Music City Bowl.
I think it was the University of Illinois.
But somebody had his career high in tackles.
Was that our new friend DB over here?
That's right. So bowl games seem to be your moment. But I know, look, for the last 2 years, we've heard, good things about you. But, especially 24, it's just not been able to stay on the field all the time. Mm-hmm. How do you feel right now? And, and how do you feel about what's before you here for this year?
I kind of not like look in the past for real when it comes to things like that. Like obviously, I want to stay healthy. I need to stay healthy for my team, and I feel like within like being like the whole team, like being like half of the whole team being like new, I feel like it's a good opportunity for us to really go showcase what we can do, especially with a lot of noise there. Like a lot of noise being out there and stuff. So I feel like we can showcase what we can do and stuff. Not just me, it's really the whole team.
And you're going to get to be the Mike linebacker in this system to the extent you can share. What is being the Mike like in this Bobby Houck defense?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of more communication and just having like big picture vision. When it comes to like being on the field, like it's like we gotta actually look at the whole formation, and you know what I'm saying, like feel like that makes us play faster when our coaches us on that, because he's been he's an inside linebacker coach before, so us having that knowledge and having a coach instill that knowledge in us is real good too. So
I can't imagine you were told to be restrained before, but my understanding of this defense is it's a riskier defense. It's a go after some things. Is that freeing for you to just like?
I mean, I would say that for sure. I mean, we did 3-3. We did 3-3 in the past too, in the past defense too. But I feel like just going in this defense, like how it's being taught to me, is making me playing more fast, and even my teammates too. Like they're playing more fast, more physical. Like I love it.
Okay, I've been asking a lot of people this question, but take me back to the snow game in November and what that was like.
Yeah,
the full day and getting to play that game.
Yeah, it was real. I ain't even gonna lie, it was real fun. I really didn't expect it to snow that much actually, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm used to the snow.
Sure.
Too, so
yeah.
But it was real fun. Just the aftermath of the whole game, playing during the game, the aftermath of the whole game was real fun too, cause like. You got all the pictures of us all on the little snow.
Yeah, climbing the snow mountain. Yeah,
taking pictures and stuff. Like it was a great moment for the whole team and the fans too. I know the fans loved it too as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great day. Well, thank you for joining us here. We really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Rob.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate you, Scott.
All right,
we're going with Scooter now for him. So yeah. All right, thank you, DB.
That's DB.
All right,
Light the eye. All right, the front of the defense now is with us on Light the Eye, and it's Darrell Prater. He's in his 5th year. He is a transfer from Jacksonville State, which there's more than one Jacksonville out there. Just so you know, Jacksonville State's in Alabama, and Darrell is from Alabama. And after 4 seasons there, he's here in Champaign, and he's on Light the Eye. Thank you so much. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, what is this? We're great. And, the season is right around the corner. What has this experience been like after 4 years in the South playing at Jacksonville State to get this step into Big Ten play in Illinois?
It's definitely been a change. I'd say I like the change, actually. It's a way to step out my original box, way to come and see a different way of things, how they're done. And it's honestly been great ever since I got here.
How does this happen? You go into the portal, obviously, and you had 4 seasons. Not like you're not one of these guys that's on his 3rd or 4th school. No, and that's fine if you are. But you were in Jacksonville State, and then did you have a mind like, yeah, I'm going to do a 5th year one day somewhere, or what happened?
In all honesty, it was just an impulse thought. Actually, it kind of gradually grew throughout the season. But I think it was time for me to step out and take a change and do what's best for me.
And did you have eyes on a particular place or particular direction when you got there? Or was it like, hey, I'm going in the portal, we'll see who comes calling?
Right. I think it was more like I'm hopping in the portal, whoever comes, come get me. But, no, I've never really had my eye particularly on anybody. I mean, starting out, I was very leaning towards I want to stay in the South, but it didn't matter to me at one point.
All right, let's talk South versus Midwest. So it gets cold here.
Yes, sir.
There's a snow game last
Yes, sir.
year. How are you going to do if there's 9 inches of snow on the turf in there on any given Saturday? How's that?
I feel like I could adapt.
You could adapt.
I was always liked being in the cold rather than hot.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, see, I like the cold rather than hot because I just don't sweat. That's what it is for me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what's Midwest been like for you now after coming up here from there?
It's been kind of different. I mean, it's a lot windier up here.
Yes.
Just the climate and stuff is just very different, but it's nothing that I feel like I couldn't adapt to.
Mm-hmm. You came in January, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
you've gotten that cold wind
Right.
on the plains of Champaign
Yes, sir.
that hits you in the face the moment you open the door. So
Right.
you're ready for it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. good. Because we don't want to surprise you with that in November when you walk outside and you wonder why you need to walk in this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
You are a nose tackle. Have you always been that?
I've actually changed around. I mean, in different defenses, you could describe it as a 3-tech or a 1 or a 2-eye, but essentially I've just been a D tackle but mainly just interior.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah. Maybe it's coincidence, but I've met a couple of interior defensive linemen, and you're not the first guy this is the first time we've met.
Yes, sir.
But you come off to me as soft-spoken, and I don't know if that's accurate. And it just strikes me as like what you do on the football field is anything but. Is that you? Is that your personality?
I'd say I'm kind of relaxed, laid back.
Yeah.
That's how I describe myself.
That's not a criticism.
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
saying, like, it just seems like, easygoing guy.
Right.
But out there, it's
aggressive.
Does it feel like, that's where that goes? Like,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go punish people
Yes,
out
sir.
here, but over here, no problems.
Right. Yes, sir.
We were just talking nicknames with Daniel Brown, and he talked about it. Everybody calls him DB. About you in the nickname department?
They call me DP.
DP. Now,
Yes,
is that
sir.
good? I mean, he's behind you. You're in the middle. He's in the middle. Is that going to get a little confusing of DP, DB, DP?
I hope not, but if push comes to shove, they'll just call me by my first or my last name.
All right, so if a coach says, "Hey, DB, get in there at Mike," and you think he said DP, are you ready to play Mike linebacker?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
good.
I'll step up there gladly.
All right, what did you play as a kid? Like, what did you growing up? Were you always lineman or what other?
My first sport playing was actually soccer.
Really?
But I think the first sport that I fell in love with was basketball.
Interesting. Did you feel like you outgrew basketball because you're the lineman type, or what was it?
I kind of felt like basketball wasn't my forte.
Okay.
So I just had to stick to what was best for me, what I best fit.
Got it. And what'd you play in soccer?
That was a really long time ago. It was really pee-wee soccer. So
Yeah.
It was striker. I really moved around the field a lot.
All right. Well, you need to see some. I mean, there's a soccer game that starts in a couple hours over here. So
Really?
yeah.
Well, actually, 21 minutes now is
Okay.
where we're
Well,
recording.
there you go. There you go. You just head over here and give the
first-
ladies some tips.
It's the first Illinois competition of the year.
Really?
It is in 21 minutes.
Might have to go see
You hear that music over there? That's that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about being a nose tackle. I feel like it's the most unsung position on the field for defense.
Yes, sir.
And I was looking at a stat. Last year, you had a great season. Jacksonville State, 5 tackles for loss. You're not always supposed to be the one getting to them. You're supposed to be setting it up so that the linebacker can come through, or the defensive end or whatever can come through, and the guy twists around and can come in and clean everything up.
Yes, sir.
When you get that TFL, is that like, all right, that keeps me going?
Right,
I got
that is.
mine. That's what I need,
Definitely.
because the linebacker is going to go get 10 tackles
sir.
today. Is that how it is?
Seeing my brothers, seeing the guys that I've worked so hard with, bloodshed, sweat, and tears, seeing them succeed, it just gives me joy. It gives me motivation also.
Wow. So what's it been like getting to know that room, especially those guys next to you?
It's been great. It's been great just getting to know all these guys, different upbringings. I know one of little that's on the team that's from the South, and everybody else on the team is from Illinois. And it's cool to see how they grew up and how I grew up, and how that some similarities and some differences.
All right. So what's maybe one of the things you've had to say, well, growing up in the South or playing football in the South, this.
There's always a little debate on what state has the best sports or what state has the best sometimes academics, but I like to argue that the South has better sports.
What is this? What's the facility like here for you? Coming into $80 million facility right in front of us here. So
a huge difference. Especially from nutrition to the recovery. It's literally anything you need for your body to be in the right place for the season.
Do you feel it?
It's here.
Do you feel the difference?
Yes, sir.
Like,
for sure.
I got on that machine or that cold tub or that
Right.
smoothie or whatever.
Yes, sir.
yeah, it has to be different. like the day-to-day being at the facility is a lot more here since there's more all contained within one building?
Yes, sir.
Is it when you were started looking around in the portal, I'm sure you were looking to play up a level and,
Yes,
play
sir.
big-time college football. And,
Right.
it's been ranked the last 2 seasons. So, has it kind of met the expectations of what you thought you were coming for?
It has. It's actually exceeded the expectations that I had. Just seeing how everybody works and the level that they work at has just been overwhelming, and I'm glad I'm here.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for
having
being
me.
here and sitting down with us, and good luck to you this season.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
Darrell Prater. That's Darrell Prater, the nose tackle here on Light the Eye. Last but not least,
That's right.
Joe Barna from the defensive line is here, junior out of Wheaton, Illinois. And I always will shout out here to Wheaton North High School, Joe, your alma mater, because years ago, probably I got to check your how old are you? 20 years? Okay.
20 years old, yeah.
I hate to say slightly before you were born, to date myself, but my wife and I, we were first married, and that was her first teaching job, was at Wheaton North High School.
You told me that, yeah.
Yeah, so I have good vibes about the Falcons.
That's right.
Yeah. How was that? How much that? I feel like high school football is still the sport where it's the sport that prepares you for college. I mean, it's the school. It's where you play helps prepare you for college. There's a lot of other sports you go play with the travel team, the club team, but football you go play at your school.
Yep.
So how much did Wheaton North prepare you?
I'd say a lot. Coach Wardinski, he's still down there, just like the same fundamentals we have here, we kind of had there. It was kind of, honestly, this new defense, kind of the same type of like ideas, like work ethic, like a blue-collar mindset, running the ball, chasing the ball, pursuit, just high effort and grit. And I feel like Wheaton North had that, and it kind of, I see it every day here.
That's terrific. And does that help you adapt to it? Because who were we just, was it Robert Edmondson that said, yeah, I kind of played some variant of this in high school, so that helped me because he's transferring in. He's got to learn a new defense, but you've been here for 2 years already, and you got to learn the new defense too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I played in high school with my hand in the dirt, so it's kind of full circle going back to it. So I know it was a long time ago, and I know the competition wasn't the same as here, but just having that little bit of experience.
No disrespect to the DuPage Valley Conference, though, right?
That's
because
right.
Naperville North is always also in that. My alma mater.
I don't know anything about any of the conferences, so I'm just going to move on to the Music City Bowl. When that tackle slipped a little bit and you saw the seam, so I'll just take people through it. The game-changing play of the Music City Bowl was a strip sack from the guy sitting next to me and recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. Walk me through that play. We saw on the replay, obviously, that the tackle slipped a little bit. What's your thought when you're coming through clean?
I think we just did, I don't know when you guys are releasing this, I just did like a reaction video for the Instagram.
Oh, cool.
They handed me the iPad or whatever.
And you walk people through it?
I said, yeah, I walked them through it, so I'll do it again. All game, I was kind of stunning inside. That's kind of how our game plan was. I had a lot of, like, whatever you call it, pinch move.
Sure.
And inside from, like, a 5 technique to, like, a 4-eye. And I was doing that all game, and I had that play again, and I saw it was passed. It was a quick set. So I took a jab inside there, and I knew I'd be able to get him on a swim. So he kind of bit on that.
He did. Bit indeed. Did he?
So I knew I'd have the edge there.
Yeah, yeah. And so then when you're coming clean, are you thinking, all right, this is not just a sack. I'm getting ball?
I mean, we always are told to get ball, right?
Yeah.
Ball first, ball out, because that changes games. Coach, we actually just talked about it in the meeting today. But yeah, that's always the mindset. Yeah,
and that had to be a big moment because obviously Gabe's not playing in this game. So suddenly you're up and you're next up of like, all right, somebody's got to be featured here as the way Gabe has all year. And it's not that you didn't play, but, obviously it was a big moment for you. So what was it like making that play?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That stadium was just jumping. It was live, a lot of Illinois fans. So
Yes.
to be able to do that in a big game against an SEC team, it meant a lot.
And let me just tell you from the fan side of that game, Tennessee fans are a bit yappy.
Mm-hmm.
They chirp a little bit.
Yeah.
They are the type, I've explained it to people that, like, if they're sitting next to you and Tennessee gets a first down, they'll do this move right by your face. Like, they just want to be right on the edge of you wanting to hit them. So to have that fan base in that moment and just yapping the whole game, when that moment happened, the whole stadium flipped, and it was beautiful. So
Yeah.
on behalf of the entire fan base, I'd just like to thank you for that strip sack, because that not only changed the tone of the entire game, it made a lot of Tennessee fans sit down. My other, yes, you're my hero. So I want to go back to the snow game as well. What was that like for you, playing a game in the snow here in the stadium?
I mean, it was pretty crazy. Because it was, when we were busting here, it was coming down pretty hard.
Yes.
And then the whole warm-ups, and then I figured out they were going to close half the stadium, which was obviously a weird thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you knew there were going to be a lot of fans.
Yep.
So that's different always. But I was just juiced up. Everyone wants to play in the snow game.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with your feet. Get your whole foot in the ground. But yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, for a while there, I think people didn't realize, like, about 2 hours before the game, there was a moment of, like, are they really going to try to play this game? Because it was coming down 2 inches an hour at that point, and they couldn't keep it off the field, and they're closing 75% of the stadium, and there was a lot of question. But was there any ever question in the locker room of, like, hey, no, we got this. We all dreamt about this moment.
No, the boys were hyped. That was a good moment. I remember the whole D-line popped the tops off and warm-ups, and we were
Love it.
just shirtless out there. But we embraced it, and it was a good time.
Got to.
Jake Renfro, we talked to him, center, offensive line. We actually asked him, I said, when it gets really cold, are you going tops off? And he said, no, I'm keeping this on. Is that because the offensive line's a little soft there or something?
They might be soft. I don't know, but I don't know.
I can say if that makes you soft, I'm right there with them.
Right.
But
yeah.
How have you encapsulated 9 practices complete here in fall camp? So I know there's a lot of work yet to be done before we get to September 3rd in there. But at this point, how have you felt about this whole new defense, a lot of new faces, and what you guys have accomplished so far?
I mean, like you said, there's a lot of new guys, so we had just this whole summer kind of build a family again, because 50% of the guys are new, a bunch of new coaches. So we had to teach these guys like the standard and uphold it, and I feel like we did. We grew a lot closer, and just practice-wise, I think it's really fun. I mean, I really enjoy this defense. It's similar to last year in its ways, but this whole coaching staff and this defense has been fun. It's been fast. It's been aggressive.
And I understand in the vast amount of free time you have, that you're trying to learn guitar.
Yeah, we just talked about this. He caught me at the Guitar Center.
Yes. It's like TMZ Media taking Joe Barna at Guitar Center.
I'm not doxing anybody. I was picking up some gear for a podcast, so
That's right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not very good, and I just started. My boys have been playing, and like I said, he's unemployed, and all he does all day is play guitar. So he's decent. And I realize if you want to be good, you gotta grind on that thing, and it's pretty hard. So at some point, I'm gonna pick it back up and get going on it.
Well, how does he do with a 3-tech?
Not well.
See, I mean, everybody's got their strengths
he
right
get
now.
blown up.
That's right. That's right.
All right, last one for me, because we've been doing the theme of names.
Mm-hmm.
Joe. Have you gone by anything else? Joseph, Joey? Any other circumstances or names in which you're called anything but Joe?
My mother calls me Joseph.
Mm-hmm. For good reason or not so good reasons?
It depends, but mostly not good reasons.
Never a Joey? Like when you were 7, were you little Joey at all?
Probably my mom.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been Joe my whole life.
My mom still calls me Bobby to this day. I'm 53 years old. So.
Moms get to call you whatever they want to call
you. That's a good
you.
point.
Right.
You could tell Mom I've changed my name.
Mm-hmm.
You
created you.
That's right. It's a good point. She can do whatever she wants.
Too bad.
That's right.
Joe Barna, the pride of Wheaton, Boy, there was another Illinois player that came from Wheaton.
Yeah, I think they got a statue around here somewhere.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes.
But he went to the other Wheaton High School, right? But anyway, Joe Barna, we wish you all the best. Happy
you.
guitar playing, and even better luck on the field.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate
We'll be back
it.
to
Thanks.
wrap up on Light the Eye. All right, that is a record number of guests
That's right.
on Light the Eye. I believe we talked to 8 players.
Love it. I like the on location. This feels good. We got the logo on the front of the thing. Shout out to our sponsor, U of I Credit Union, for making everything possible. This is feeling it's feeling good.
I know you love to get to know the players.
Sir, yes, sir.
And I think for any of us that I mean, that's the difference. If you feel like you know the players, I mean, in this day of transfer portals, and it's more of a business, it's more professionalized than ever, but they're still wearing the jersey for the school that people root for. And getting to know them, I think I understand there's a whole aspect of college sports right now. Love it, hate it, whatever. You get to know the people, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is what I'm rooting for.
And I still think of it in I always talk about it in terms of Rhet 105. Like, everybody freshman year had to take Rhet 105. I don't know if players today still have to take Rhet 105, but there is this, like, hey, man, let's tell stories about the 4th floor of the English building. And, there's this thread that runs through all of us, you and I as alums, and all of these players and everything else. Look, I know it's online classes and stuff, and things are different, and there's, the players are on the road, and so they have tutoring and blah, blah, blah. But there's still in my mind, there's still this Rhet 105 thing that we're all joined by, this school. And I don't know if people can hear it. Like, the announcements are going for the, welcoming the soccer team to the field. This is all one big family that, that gets to do that. And so getting to know these players is really important to me.
So Jayshon Platt and Ca'Lil Valentine and Christian Abney and Jake Renfro, those were the guys from the offense we talked to today. On the defensive side, help me out here because I'm not going to remember in the order, but we talked
Robert
Robert
Edmondson,
Daniel Brown,
then Darrell Prater,
and then Joe Barna.
Yes. Yes.
And I also thought it was cool there as we wrapped up, like, Darrell Prater is from Northeast Alabama.
Yep.
And he's talked about how, like, I'm just in a little bit of a different space than I've been in. And then we finish off with a guy from Wheaton.
Yes.
And so just there's 2 different worlds there that are coming together because they're going to wear the same jersey and they're going to go sweat and bleed together.
And I think
to win football games.
We should note that 8 years ago, Joe Barna would have been at Oklahoma, which was the other school that pursued him really hard, and Darrell Prater might have transferred to, I don't know, pick a school. He might have gone to somewhere in the South or somewhere else close to home and this and that. And I know the staff really targeted him because they liked him for this defense. The point is, like, their sitting here is a function of this program raising up several levels. A Joe Barna isn't going to pick Illinois when he had an Oklahoma offer if this was 2016 or 2012 or whatever. And here he sits as the next, star defensive end for the University of Illinois, and it's a guy from Wheaton. So all of it ties back to how this rising tide has risen Illinois football.
Thanks again to the U of I and the football team and the staff for offering us a place here to do some interviews. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back in studio our next episode inside the Armory at the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. But for all the players that we just mentioned, we thank them for their time, and we thank the U of I Credit Union as well as our title sponsor.
Oh, I got one other thank you.
Okay.
Thank you to Reebok for making this shirt. This is I'm a member of a media, but I'm still wearing orange and blue. That's what this shirt is for me. This is he's a fan, but he's not a fan. No, he's just wearing orange and blue. It's just a shirt. This shirt I have worn to 60% of all football or basketball games in the last 3 years.
You could have more than one in rotation if you want.
No. You think I could have more? I am a man of routine who wears a shirt. And if we get on a winning streak, I'm just going to keep wearing that shirt.
You're a special guy.
I am.
And I know you have just a little bit of thoughts in your head, just a few thoughts in your head about football camp.
Oh, yeah.
And the
you want to
season
talk
ahead.
about it right now?
No.
Okay.
Next episode.
All right.
In fact, we're not even going to try and do it all in one episode. We're going to talk football camp in the next 2 episodes, plus some other fun things coming up. So that'll be happening next time we are in studio. But until then, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again the next time we light the eye.